Okay, but what about those who cannot get the vaccine due to medical reasons, due to their pre-existing conditions that the vaccine may cause an issue with? Those who may be allergic to certain things within vaccines. Those who actually cannot take the vaccine due to the negative effects, that will happen because of the certain medications that they take. Let's be very real. I actually fall into these categories. So what are your solutions for me as a person? What are your solutions for the children who are under 12 who cannot get vaccinated? So you're saying to get inside a restaurant to enjoy your family time, you must be vaccinated, but you're telling me that if I get vaccinated, my child cannot come into this restaurant with me to enjoy themselves and have family time. That's foolishness. You're out here trying to mandate these things, but yet you're not thinking about the repercussions. You're not doing impact studies as well. That is why we're in the mess we're in now, because of arrogant, ignorant thinking of those who feel they know best because of the position that they're in. But the position that they're in is because of the people like us who put them in a position, and they need to be held to task. Simple as that. I'm going to take a quick music break here. We're still uploading music. If you're an independent artist, send me your music no matter where you're from in the country or within the world. Send me your music. Must be clean music or semi-clean, depends. To Real Talk with Anthony B at gmail.com. Here's Hop On It by DK.
Yeah. From the back, all I need is see. You got it, I know, I'm about it, come on. The sound, get on, you feel it in your toes. All I need for you to do is make your way to this room. So, I ain't really gotta tell ya, do it, you know I'm down for whatever. Ain't nobody doing better. I ain't really gotta tell ya, do it. You know I'm down for whatever. I ain't really gotta tell ya, do it. Ain't nobody doing better.
Shit, forget your plans, cause tonight about to get a lyric gig, you lit. I'ma be y'all over your body like your hands on that steering wheel. So hold on tight, and let me just ease your mind. I'm about to unleash it, fair to have your body tingling all down your spine.
If you horny, let's do it. Ride it, my pony.
Don't act like that, cause you already know what I came to do. So come undress, I'ma kiss them thighs. You already know what to do. So,
I ain't really gotta tell ya, do it. You know I'm down for whatever. I ain't really gotta tell ya, do it. Ain't nobody doing better. I ain't really gotta tell ya, do it. You know I'm down for whatever. I ain't really gotta tell ya, do it. Ain't nobody doing better.
Hey, from the way that you look, you speaking, look like you wanna do some good freaking. From Monday to the end to the weekend, you feel me now? Just wait till it's sinks in. Got legs and toes just twitch. Bottom half looking like some waterworks. And she keep coming unannounced. She's at least let her brother know first. I ain't doing no trips though. Love it when you bend to your tiptoes. Not the type of man to do things plain, but we gon' maintain so simple, so ill. I ain't even gotta tell you, just do it. Cause nobody else do it better. Now look, come.
I ain't really gotta tell ya, do it. You know I'm down for whatever. I ain't really gotta tell ya.
Yes, that was Hop On It from DK. Those of you who heard the intro song, that was Dark Words by DK. So before I hop back into this, so I'm looking at something right now the CDC just put out, correct? I really got to talk about this. So A new CDC study finds that the Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines protected fully vaccinated adults for at least 24 weeks. Okay, that's 6 months. Against severe COVID-19 illness requiring hospitalization, older people and immunocompromised people have sustained protection from severe COVID-19 illness. Hold up. Why is that completely opposite? I just had to send a message to the CDC about this, right? So first, it was saying that it was saying that the Pfizer. First, there was a report like a week ago that said that the Pfizer vaccine cannot fully protect. They found out that it could not fully protect against COVID. So they were telling people, you know what, you may want to go get Moderna. Okay, Johnson & Johnson isn't even in the conversation anymore. We know why. They just jack up on everything. Okay, but now they're saying that, well, we've already known that, that where they're saying this from before, that this will protect people from severe illness. You still get sick. Okay? It's like the flu. You get the flu shot, but you still got sick, right? Many people still die. It's the same thing with this. Let's be very real. Whether they had the flu shot or not, many people die, either from the shot or they'll die, due to the flu itself. Due to complications of the flu. That's what it's considered. Complications of the flu. Same way, you may have complications to coronavirus, complications to the flu, complications to multiple sclerosis, things like this. We have to be very careful of language. One thing about me, yes, I'm not a doctor, but one thing about me is that I love to do research, but I also like to surround myself with people who are in these professions and learn from them. As a matter of fact, I even helped write a thesis in regards to autoimmune diseases and so forth. It is believed that I have an autoimmune disease since I have neurological disorder. So I'm in danger of a lot of things, but I'm also in a complicated situation due to the fact of the situation may harm me, or the possible solution may harm me as well. And these are the things that are not being talked about, that need to be talked about, especially when you have children under 12 who are immunocompromised. They're not talking about that at all because they don't want the masses to say, they don't want the mass amount of people to stand up and say, give us this remote learning now, give us this now, give us that now. They don't. They don't want you to say, hey, why are the hospital rates still going up? Why are hospitalizations, rising more than they were this time last year? Why is it that, we still have high ICU numbers right now? They don't want you to question that. And we have to question that, because we have to, what it allows us is for us to stop being distracted by narratives like, them pitting vaccinated people against unvaccinated people and vice versa. Okay? Well, let me get back to this. So they're saying the older people, the ones who are more susceptible, who is considered to be susceptible more to the coronavirus, and immunocompromised people have sustained protection from severe COVID-19 illness. Here's the problem, though. I can tell you that is not 100% of the facts, and this is why we need breakdown in numbers. Because there's many people who are immunocompromised, who are older, who, even though they got vaccinated, they still got sick because of the severity of their health. It comes down to that. We have to be very real about that. We not only have to look at vaccines, we have to look at other things, masks. We have to look at pushing healthy lifestyles. We have to push vitamins, healthy eating, things that will allow us to lose weight, the lack of health coverage, the lack of access to health care. These are all the things we need to look at, not just vaccines. These are the things they're distracting you from. Honest Comedian said, my son almost died when he was 8 from the flu. He was in induced coma at Michigan Children's. Oh, man. Hospital for a week. That was 2013. The flu can kill. He's a healthy kid otherwise. Yeah, there's many people who are, how y'all ever realize, even before this pandemic, people were dying from other things, even though they were being vaccinated for it? people were, but then also that people, like let's say, who are living healthy lifestyles, who are 100%, almost 100% healthy. They were bodybuilders. They were doing this, they living this lifestyle, and they still were dying or getting sick to the point of death because the body sometimes needs to be introduced to certain things in order to learn how to defend itself. I'm be very real about it. That don't mean just go out there and take a big old swallow of air outside right now. No, don't do that. Don't do that, okay? But that shows how we must start relying on our body as well, but then also things to help our body as well. Whether that's the vaccine for you or that's you, loading up on, vitamins or, introducing a healthier lifestyle to yourself and your family, something like that. But also stress is a big factor in this too. People don't understand that brain injuries can also, could also impact how things are when it comes to you getting the coronavirus. I'm going to be very real with y'all. I have a brain injury. I have a traumatic brain injury. That came from the Marine Corps. That also came because I was a pro boxer, right? Also have asthma. I have neurological disorder. And then to be honest, I almost died due to the coronavirus last year. When I talked to my doctor, everything like that, like I had to call my doctor from the house and like that, and I was telling them everything was going on and stuff like that. My doctors were very worried, but they did not want me to go to the hospitals because they're like, if you go to the hospital, there's a chance you may not come back. And they're being honest because there's many doctors who have said the same thing, nurses, everything like that. These are people who were scared because a lot of times there were no beds available, so you were in the hallway without any access to anything to help you. You were just given things to make to make it a little bit lighter on you, but almost died. So yeah, I got scared. I was scared. A lot of things went through my head. I'm not married. I want a family. What is my daughter gonna do? What's my family gonna do? There's many things that went through my head. I was very real with myself with it. But what also came to mind was, why are other things not being done and said in regards to saving us and helping us? Why is there still no easy access to care, to health care? Why is it that we do not have, and I'll tell you this thing is predatory. It attacks everything. It attacked everything that was wrong with me. I'm going to be very honest. It attacked every single issue that I had. And many people will tell you this. It came to a point where many of us were even having delusions. People calling our names, and it's not what happened. Like literally, you're in a room alone. Many of y'all may have seen my TikTok where it's close to singing thing, and then you hear the echo, and you're like, what? Like, I did that for a reason, because I related to that due to the pandemic, due to what happened to me, in the height of the pandemic last year. I found my relief in the hot shower. I found my relief drinking many hot things, eating healthier. It's like that, taking medications. I was taking NyQuil, Dayquil. I was taking my regular medications as well, too, to help out. It was a fight. It was a fight. And this is before there was a vaccine, So like I said, many people will rely on a vaccine now. Many people will stick to just trying to live a healthier life. Whatever it is, make it suit you, but don't make the politicians turn you against each other for your choices in life. They do that already when it comes to things as social justice, when it comes to housing. But anyway, we got about like 10 minutes left in the show. I might end the show early today because, there's not much that I could really to go more into this about. I went into this more than I thought I would, and it was within a reasonable amount of time, minus the 7 minutes of what should we call it, technical difficulties on my part, But, yeah, let's just make sure that we stop being held up by these interactions, okay, by these narratives that these people are putting forth before us, and make sure that you stay in, and if you feel that you're not safe outside, You know, if you don't feel safe going out to eat, even if you're vaccinated, you know,